Coming up on today's episode, here with you on a Sunday morning at 11:59. Barely morning, but it is morning. I wanted to share with you some items here on the thing, and show you that I found out some information about the mystery radio, and found out where it came from and what brand, I guess is what you would call it is, stuff like that. So let me switch over to the web. I posted an I made a post on the Antique Radio Forum and the Antique Radio Discussions category, and this is it right here. You can see the title there, Anyone Have a Clue? Posted 4 pictures of the radio, and I got responses. The best one I got was this one right here, and that pretty much confirmed where this radio came from. And basically, these were made by a company called Eagle Electronics Incorporated, Irvington, New York. They are pictograph, and they are kits, and they were kits, I should say. I believe the time frame for this radio was around 48, 49. They are post-war for sure. And this does have a permanent magnet speaker. I'm going to show you that picture next. So what you see here is a blown up picture of the ads that I found, or well, one from the forum down you can see there. But the one I found in an electronics magazine from that era, I believe it was 49 Radio Electronics, I believe, is where it's from. But you can see that the kits they offered were, shown here. I blew up one description here so I could actually show you what it says. This is for the radio I have. 5-tube AC/DC Superhet radio kit, figure C, which is again slightly blown up there. It's not real clear, but you can pretty much see the outline of the antenna in the back, and the speaker here, and the dial, and everything that's there. Well engineered for high selectivity and sensitivity, employs a loop antenna. When properly assembled, only minor adjustments without service instruments are required for peak performance. Tunes 540 through 1600 kc, complete with tubes and a permanent magnet speaker. Less cabinet, $15.58. Now you can add the cabinet there for $2.94, which is obviously what this person did. So for less than $20, you had a AA5 radio that you could put together. So that's kind of neat. I think they have other kits there. Obviously, they offer 1 tube, 2 tubes, and the 5-tube radio kits, and then 4-tube amplifier oscillator kit, and a code practice oscillator kit. I've seen an ad for the code practice oscillator in another magazine. So don't know how long they were in business or anything like that, but like I said, this time frame was around 48, 49 for this radio, and so that's kind of interesting, I thought. And like I say, it was is what it is, as they say. But people on the forum seem to think that I should not do my experiment with it, but I assured them that my experiment would not harm the chassis or the components in the radio, and that I probably would end up going in and trying to find the proper IF cans for it and finish the radio out. This is basically an unfinished kit is what this is. That's why if you look close at the components and stuff like that, it does not appear to be used at all, and it isn't really. So that's why they apparently got to the point where they were adding the IF transformers, and for some reason they stopped. Don't know why, but they did, and so that's what happened. That's where this kit came from. This wiring here looks mostly complete. I don't know that it's totally complete, but so this is what the deal is on this radio. For anybody that's interested, the cost of this radio was $15. I bought it from Vintage Electronics, John Kendall, on the internet, and he charged $12.80 for shipping. Should be here next week. I don't know for sure, but we're hoping that's the case. I posted it. I'm assuming that the usual octal AA5 tube lineup should work for the tube complement, and I'm going on what I see for all the other radios that look basically just like this one. Mostly the Emersons is what I'm going by, and like I said, that's probably what I'll use for the schematic, one of the Emersons from this time period. And like I said, it should come pretty close, I would say, to matching this radio. So that's a look at the at what I'm doing here on this Sunday morning. It's actually Sunday afternoon now. Oh, I see I have an update here to do. Better do that. You gotta keep up to date with this Linux stuff, and type in a password and let it do its thing. Basically, like I say, hopefully that will come in. My plan is on the superhet, or on the hybrid part of it, is to develop the IF for that radio on a circuit board of its own. Basically, just use some clip leads to connect it and see if it will actually play. I've got more stuff in coming in for the hybrid radio as well, and I'm going to do some more work on it today, I think, and I may make a video of that as well. But I do plan on getting the Motorola put into that little case, hopefully today, and I'll get that done, and so we can get on with our experiments. Didn't have a lot of comments on the what do you call it that I thought I would have. Actually, I thought I would get more comments on that video I did yesterday, but I didn't. So again, it is what it is. You guys know how that goes. Most of the people seem to think the way I do. It basically is possible, and it should be a matter of just hooking up a capacitor on that tube plate circuit and being able to draw off the signal into the IF of the other tube, or of the other stage, I should say. So that will work out rather well, I hope. So that's the plan, and I'm going to do that with the Motorola first. Also, I'm going to be switching to the Heathkit T4 signal tracer. I think it's going to offer a little more gain than the BDST is, I believe. And I'm going to try it and see, and if it does, then I'll probably just use it for our experiments, because I want something that's going to be able to amplify the signal down low like that, and make sure that I'm hearing what I'm hearing, and getting the information I need to get. Bob seems to think that the signal won't be great enough to feed a standard solid state IF at that point using PEG capacitors. I'm not really sure. We're going to find out. One of the things that I'm going to try is there is a capacitor feeding that GE. It feeds into the GE there on the IF, and we're going to try feeding that signal in there and seeing if it does in fact work. And again, also we are going to try some transistorized IF coils and see if they are transformers, I should say, and see if it is able to handle the voltage and current from the tube set. And if it is, then that would be actually a easier way to do it. Just, you know, put your input there and use the IF from the solid state radio and go right back into the tube detector, which I believe is going to be there on this radio, and that should pretty much solve the problem, I think. Now I'm going to power this section, this IF section, independently from the radio, just for at least for testing. And if I ever did come across something like that, what I would probably do is, if you look at the AA5 setup, you'll see that there's a tube for the IF amplifier, and that's a 12-volt tube. That could be easily, the voltage from that could be easily used to power the IF section on a transistorized solid state IF stage, and that's probably what we would do. So anyway, all of the steps are coming together, and I think it's kind of a neat thing. For this particular radio, though, I will probably try to find as they said, period correct IF transformers to install into the set, and I think that would be much more in keeping with the radio as it was intended, a kit. And I think it was just you know, it would be this, from the consensus I got from the ARF, I think the radio is rare but not worth a lot. So, you know, it would basically just be a conversation type piece as far as my collection is concerned. And, you know, it would be something neat to own, especially one that's not really been used. It's never been finished, so it's never been used. And I think the case, other than being dirty, the case looks like it, you know, it's never been out and about and around and through, and you know, so I think it would be kind of a neat radio. All right, that's going to do that part. Now I have one more thing to share. I got tired of waiting for my parts to come in from China, so I found a couple of U.S. sellers that were selling these connectors and things that I need. This one is going to be for the DMM, the 3.3 volts that will feed the into the battery compartment of the little DMM that I bought for it. And this is what this one is for, and it will be used for that. I got that for $1.55. That's not bad. It's just one of them. That's all I really needed, was one for it. Now the rest of the 9-volt connections, these here is what I bought from China. Same thing, but this is a U.S. shipper, so not bad. 10 of them, 10 pairs for $4.95. Wasn't bad at all. So I think it can come out pretty good, and I'll get my money back on the Chinese ones from eBay. So, you know, once that happens, also I'll get the money back on the buck converter that didn't come in, and so all that will be good to have. But these should be in, well, you see the estimated delivery date is December 11th and December 10th through December 14th and December 12th. So, you know, they should be here within this next week or so. So that's good. I'm happy about that. So anywho, that's going to do me for this little update on the radio. And so you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.